Here's an interview, snippets of an interview that Vladimir Zelensky gave to the BBC John Simpson. It makes it very clear that Zelensky has been misinterpreted, mistranslated, and that he never meant in any way that he was calling on the West for a preemptive nuclear strike. And I don't think the West would have offered one. That's really the crunch. But why is he having to go out on the airwaves and clarify and clarify and clarify? Because the Russian trolls are so determined they think they've got something here. They've got nothing. They've got absolutely nothing. So what Putin is trying to do here is to manufacture a situation where he looks like he is responding to aggression rather than initiating it. It's a little bit like the attacks on his own soil, which he then blames on somebody else. This is nonsensical, and it's part of the rule book that we have seen from the very beginning in the Putin campaign. This is pure Putin, and it's as wrong as everything else. Let's listen.
Mr. President, the Russians are accusing you of saying that you want the West to start preemptive, perhaps nuclear strikes on Russia. Do you? Is that what you've been saying?
They begin to prepare their society. That is very dangerous. They are not ready to do it, to use it, but they begin to communicate.
What you mean, to prepare society for using a nuclear weapon?
They don't know if they will use or they will not use. I think that it's dangerous even to speak about it. That I said, you have to do preventive kicks, not attacks. We are not terrorists.
So this was set up as an excuse and immediately was reported by Peskov and then by Lavrov, pointing out that this was a reason why Russia should respond. Complete tosh.
And we don't fight on another territory. Even our attitude from our society, attitude to Russians after this invasion, after all this 8 years war, 8 years blood tragedy, even after this attitude us to them, to society, we are not ready to kill people like Russians do it.
This is why they translate it as they wish and they use it for their own ends. That's exactly what President Zelensky is saying here.
Я хочу сказати, що треба діяти, знов-таки повернусь до превентивних санкцій. Треба діяти вже зараз. Не треба думати про ризики, які будуть потім. Я погоджуюсь, що це Армагеддон, це ризик для всієї планети. Але, тим не менш, чому нам потрібно думати, чи це станеться, або чи це не станеться. Якщо Росія вже зробила крок, вона захопила нашу атомну станцію. Світ може зупинити терміново дії російських окупацій. Світ може звертатися, запроваджувати санкційний пакет у таких випадках і зробити все, щоб вони вийшли з цієї атомної станції. Тобто вони вже використовують ці ризики, вони вже є.
He says you must use preventative kicks, not attacks, and he's talking about sanctions.
Do you think that President Putin is capable of launching nuclear weapons, of using them?
Якщо я скажу, наприклад, що вони не спроможні використовувати ядерну зброю, то неадекватна людина, у якій в руках є така влада, може навпаки показати всім: ах, я не можу, подивись, як я можу, і застосувати. Якщо я скажу, що він може застосувати, то може це викликати і панічні наслідки в багатьох державах, і включаючи Україну. Все, чого боїться Путін, навіть не ядерного удару, а він боїться своєї спільноти. Він боїться свого народу. Бо тільки цей народ на сьогодні спроможний його замінити, забрати у нього владу, віддати іншій людині тощо.
Do you think they should stand up against him?
Вони повинні, люди, перше, повинні боротися за себе, а тому висловлювати думку. виходити, писати, говорити, не боятись, боротись за себе. Вони приходять зараз мобілізовані діти ці, без нічого, без автоматів, без бронежилів, їх кидають як м'ясо. Вони м'ясо, вони не люди. І якщо вони хочуть бути шашликами, то добре, хай приходять. А якщо вони все ж таки люди і вважають, що це їх життя, їх особисті, то вони повинні боротись. Не треба боротись за Україну. Ми самі за себе боремось. Боріться за своє тіло, за свою свободу, за свої права і за свою душу.
If you do win, will Vladimir Putin survive?
Мені все одно.
We need to send out the message that even if Putin and his colleagues are held responsible, it is not absolutely hopeless, and they still have something to negotiate, and they still have something to deal with. They don't have to press the nuclear button. I think if they went that far, there would be absolutely no hope for them at all. But at the moment, we need to get that message out. There is hope. There is the opportunity of a negotiation. There is opportunity. But I think the only real opportunity lies in quitting office and leaving the country.